Hi there.
Look at it go.
Woohoo! Yeah. One try. Freaking Larry. Oh, I don't even know where to put you. This is what we're starting with. I had to take everything down, but check out the new digs. The new views are amazing. I'll be able to show you more once this this is all there is for floor space for me right now. Good morning. While it was obviously like kind of a pain to take everything down, especially on such a hot day. All right, I just put so many things up and have been making it even nicer in here, but that's okay. I knew this day would come. It will all be going back and I'll have a lot of fun. And then I can make new decisions and be like, oh, I want to change a few things or whatever. I'll be able to make this space what it's meant to be. Obviously, I was happy wherever the studio was. Just the fact that it was on our property was so cool. And a lot of times people would come by and they thought that I was like the farm stand or a lemonade stand or something. And I was like, I don't know anything. Do you like art? I love organizing. It's gonna feel so incredible in here when it's done. So, gonna get the legwork done first. It's crazy in here. I feel like when I'm organizing, especially when there's like a million different things and a bunch of different categories and just a lot of different things happening, starting with the easy things, like entry points that are just like, that seems really obvious. Like, those are books, those all go up there. I am in utter shock that this is real still. Why are you so difficult? Love these. Cute. All right. You good? So cute. Sorry to tell you, you gotta move, sir.
But then you can be with your brother.
Transferring the goodies. I can't wait to put these up. It's such a nice little walk from tiny house to the big house.
Sit in now, dear.
I'm gonna get some tea. Chill out. If this fits, I might actually cry. Oh my god, it's so cute. I'm gonna cry. Oh, I was 100% joking, and then I was like, oh my god, I'm actually gonna start crying. This was the first object I ever Turkish marbled. I've been marbling for 15 years. So I did a really deep dive when I did my book arts degree. Got my Bachelor of Fine Arts in book arts, as well as art education. I was super passionate about it, and I've taught a bunch of workshops, and if that's something that people are interested in me teaching on here, I would be super happy to do that. It's so enjoyable. I think I've moved 9 times since college. The amount of effort it has taken to actually keep any of my art supplies intact, it's just been really challenging because I've always lived in 1-bedroom apartments in cities and stuff. Yeah, then we lived in the tiny house, which was quite obviously very small. I mean, less than 150 square feet, so quite little. The fact that I actually have space for the first time in my entire life for my art supplies and even just little things that I've made. I've sold most every marbled piece I've ever made, which is kind of crazy. And then the ones that I like kept for myself, I had to get rid of. But this was the most special one, and I've always wanted to be able to use it for art supplies, but it was never like really realistic. The fact that it fits and it looks good and it's gonna be actually extremely useful is just, let's get back to work, people. Eat. Hang out with your brother. Since paint making supplies adds so many new variables, what I did was I took out every single thing that I previously had organized, just continuing to pare down and simplify and put like with like together so that things were feeling really simple and easy to grab. So the wall in the studio is actually where I used to paint. So I had all these little pegs so that I could put different sized paintings on the wall and move it up and down. There's a little hole that's on sewing accoutrements, and so I was able to hang those and then put my sewing thread up there. I found my old marbling trays. That's cool. Put these in here, the marbling stuff. Okay, I feel like it's cooled down in here a little bit, which is nice. Got the Mod Podge for in here. Yeah, they're both charged. They last quite a long time. I also realized that I should bring all of my paint making books in here. I was reading this, so I need to bring this in here because now I have my embroidery stuff in here. But originally, I thought I was gonna keep all of my paint making stuff in the painting studio, but it works so much better in here and I think it looks so magical and I'm obsessed. This is my favorite part. They're like some of my favorite materials of all time and I am very proud to have made all of these pigments. I have all of my like research books in here for any medium that I'm doing in here. So embroidery books and weaving books and Turkish marbling book. There's one book and then there's like my book that I wrote of like, it's like my studio journal of all the things I've learned about marbling in the last 15 years. It's like my little secret journal. But I didn't have stuff for my paint making. I did a video on sustainable art books and these were in that. If you haven't, you can check out the video. I want to identify all the trees and all the leaves and all the flowers here and I feel like this will be helpful. This would be nice to have right here because I feel like this is kind of the base of where I'm like foraging from. Oh, hi. The tiny house has finally reached its destiny and becoming an interdisciplinary art studio for paint making, natural dyeing, foraging, Turkish marbling, book art, sewing, quilting, embroidery, and so much more. Day one at the new studio being fully functional, and I'm already gaining a new artistic medium. I've been really getting into embroidery this summer, and a natural progression, I think, is getting into beading. So while Dan was hooking up the electricity so that I'd actually be able to sew, and the fridge has power, and we have water, and the toilet isn't powered, and everybody's powered.
Oh, those look nice. It's very exciting.
I started learning beading. So I honestly just started organizing things and settling into just touching the beads and yeah, coming up with ways to kind of get them in the containers.
Put these in. I developed a little bit of a method. I used a little spoon.
It's officially power in here.
This is a little bit of a light background, so I'm gonna get a darker background.
Shiny. I'm working along.
You are new to this world.
So I've got this hoop that I love, but it's always felt unfinished to me. And I was like, maybe I can go back in and add more layers of embroidery. But now I'm adding beading. So I decided to just experiment and see like how color would interact. So this is how it looks with beads and this is how it looks without beads. I am so much happier with how this is going. I think definitely doing doing embroidery first, even if it's just like a really general outline, boxing things in is so helpful. It just kind of shimmers off the page. I'm so used to drawing. These kind of blended in too much, even though they are different colors. So that yellow color, oh, I just dropped it in there, it's gone. That's what I've also learned is that like if you drop a bead, see you later. Have a nice life.
Is it this one? I think it's this one. I smell it. I bring back memories. That's actually a good color. This patch. See this color?
Yeah, that is a good color. My dad has these special pair of pants that are his absolute favorite, and he's got a rip in them, and he was like, oh my gosh, I can bring this to my daughter because she can fix them. So I was really excited to get to help him out. So we went on a little adventure and did a bunch of fun things along the way, like seeing this cute mobile romance bookshop. It was so cute. Did a little shopping for our kitchen renovation, which is very fun. So we came back and I decided to darn his pants. So we got some matching thread and then he picked out this really cute fabric from this quilt shop that he really liked because he's like, you know, I don't mind it showing and having some pizzazz. And he wears that color a lot. So this is kind of my process for darning. I expose where things are fraying and I make it nice and clean. I cut out a patch that was big enough to cover not only the bigger hole, but also the two accompanying holes that were on top. Just give it a little bit of extra room. Pin it really carefully. Actually put the mending book underneath just to kind of get the initial stitching in there. Then I end up kind of exposing it and doing a blanket stitch and doing a little bit of almost like weaving on top. I'm just kind of attempting to try different techniques for the center of the flower. So as you can see, there's like little clusters and then one on this side. These are almost like, they almost look like little eggs on the center. This one's the yellows wrapped around. I really like how this one came out. It's like, and then there's like one in the center. And then I was able to do the gradation of the whites. These like shorter bugle beads. And then I did, for the line, I did these little seed beads that are the same color, separate, because that's the skinnier, so I figured that would make a better line. I'll work on this section after. I've been finding that embroidery and now beading is a great wind down activity in the evenings, and especially with the shiny beads, it's really fun to do at night because they kind of just shimmer. Thank you so much for watching. I still am just getting settled here on YouTube, so I really appreciate all the comments and encouragement as I get settled into both of my new art studio spaces. It's been so amazing to have you along the way. My summer and fall commissions are currently open, so you can head to my website to contact me there, and I have the links below, as well as see the art that I currently have available. In other fun news, by the end of the summer, I'm going to be officially launching my Patreon, but right now you can join for free and there's a few free goodies on there. So go check it out and see what to expect. See you next video. Bye. That was a nice, cozy warm up for the day.
Bloopers.
This is why we use tripods, people.
Trash. It's just such a pretty view from here. And then you're like, trash. So we're picturesque over here, but we're also real. This is my makeshift step situation until we level this. Oh, it does look like I got blue pigment on it. I can't imagine why. I mean, I did just use this table that very day and did not think to clean it. That's okay. I can just cover it with a bead. The old owners left here as a little gift for us. Just literally trash. I feel like you could see steam coming off. It is gotta be like 95 degrees in here. Here, there's something very sharp in my sock. It's very painful. Okay.